Julius finally tell the real truth behind his cheating? Will Courtney get her dream wedding? For the answer to this and other delightful questions, allow me to take us back to the beginning. Hello and welcome to Lawd Lukan. It's time to light the fuse and blow the bloody doors off another episode of Love After Lockup. On today's show, Ashley's counting how many of Julius's lies she can put together.
Connect one.
Will and Courtney go shopping for the dream wedding dress.
I would want like a space themed wedding.
And Courtney tells us her true feelings.
I don't want to marry him.
All this and more right here on the Lawd Lukan channel.
I get it.
How do? Comment allez-vous? And on Genki desu ka to you. Big loves to those who've subscribed, you beautiful people. And Fulgur Nocturnus pens, the lords and ladies of the Lukan Manor. A smart person, my beautiful nugget, once said that the fool lives to consume all they can from the world, and the wise live to create a better world. Julius here is clearly the fool who is trying to take all that he can. And Alexis, well, she's studying and doing caring and trying to make the world a nicer place. So does that make her the wise one? I think Obi-Wan said it best when he said,
"Who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him?"
Busy following the fool is Alexis. And oh look, they've ditched the little Ashley bit now. Just to recap, last week Alexis asked him whether he was talking to other women. He says he was, she left in tears, and we pick up the story as Alexis is heading back into the playroom. And it's interesting to watch him instantly look away when Alexis comes in. See, he's not even got the balls to look at her, and then for some reason she feels the need to apologise to him.
Sorry, I needed a moment.
That's cool. I understand. Okay.
Which speaks volumes about her sense of class, and also says a fair bit about her sense of self-worth.
I just feel like, dang, I already gotta deal with other bitches.
Right.
I shouldn't have to share you.
And with that, she picks up what's left of her dignity, kicks him to the curb, puts it all down to experience, and gets with that lovely Dr. Fancy Pants that she was flirting with at the office. Barbara and HR always knew they'd make a good couple, and they live happily ever after. Well, no. We go from magical tales to tragical fails, as she decided, for some reason, that Julius is worth hearing out. So go on then, golden bollocks. Do your best.
At the end of the day, you know that I love you. Anything outside of that, none of that matters.
Wow, someone woke up both brain cells to conjure up that masterpiece. Basically, he loves her, therefore everything is fine. Yeah, well, I'm convinced. I bet that's gonna challenge Alexis's cognitive abilities to navigate that bulletproof reasoning.
But it matters when it affects me, though. So...
Ah, damn it, hadn't thought of that. Quick, think of something.
I ain't never did nothing romantic with that lady, so I ain't cheating on you.
Oh, I see. Okay, then. He didn't cheat because he didn't do romance with her. Now, that makes sense. You can't do romance without your penis, you know. All the promises and sweet nothings in text and on the hours of phone calls. Yeah, that didn't mean a thing. That's just entertainment, you see.
Have you seen her?
Yeah, I did see her.
If Alexis is sitting there because she's still trying to work out whether to stay with him, then she's as stupid as he is at this point. If she's still there because she's considering realigning that jaw of his with a Connect 4 board, well, then, grab your popcorn, it'll be party time. But if not, then I think she's on her own from here. If you're so willingly blind to his red flags, then all we can do is help her to pick up the pieces afterwards.
I had to go let her know that me and her, we not that.
No, he didn't. I bet if she looked the way he expected her to, he'd be fathering 2 babies by now. And he didn't go to let her know. Ashley had to drag the truth out of him. He wouldn't have said anything if she didn't ask. Exactly the same as he did with Alexis. Until she asked a specific question, he wouldn't have said anything. Then goes and claims he was straight up and honest with everybody. And anyway, why would you need to physically see the other person to let them know you don't want them? Well, you can't do that on a phone call. If it means nothing, then we may as well just send him a text. Little poop emoji. But no, it's so unimportant that he needs to be there. He's even got this really loud tells when he's being deceptive. His eye contact goes all over the place, and he does this kind of weird, awkward, fake smiling.
And I let her know about you. Like, yeah, me and Alexis, we that.
Again, no he didn't. He just said there was someone else. Not who they were or anything. But even if he did, the name Alexis probably wouldn't mean anything to her.
So you didn't see Tyler, you see her.
I ain't gonna see Tyler.
Why is she still sitting there? Surely she would have decided which retro board game would have made the best melee weapon by now. Kaplunk might have had some interesting potential. So he lied by omission about talking to other people, then reveals he lied about where he went.
It's upsetting me because it's like I've sacrificed so much. Like, is that still just not enough? What more do you need?
Is she waiting for the third strike? As I said at the beginning of the video, a fool will take all they can for the world, and the only endpoint to that is the endpoint that you put in place. Narcissists and sociopaths don't have a concept of empathy, so why would he care about her? They're like a parasite, and they drain their host of all will to live, and then move on to the next one. Unfortunately though, Alexis's strength, resolve, and drive to keep going is about to be her downfall.
So you ain't never had sex with that girl?
Hell no.
So you just weren't letting her know what it was and that was just it?
Yeah, that was it.
No, you can see her getting persuaded, can't you? He's told as many big fat whopping lies as he's had days of freedom. And what the hell's the future gonna be like? Because if he smells gullible, he'll milk it.
But that's the end of it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to hear about it when it's over.
Yeah, not really though, is it? Have you seen the internet recently? Ashley's not going quiet, and seeing as this episode was only just broadcast, Alexis has just been watching your behaviour, so he can try and sweep it under the old shag pile, but I don't think we'll easily forget. But hopefully, Alexis will give him one of those "it's not you, it's me" lines.
I do really love you, and I want this to work.
But?
Like, for the long term.
But you suck, or something? Get out of my life?
And I just really gotta just think on it.
Where was the "but this is a bad idea"? Or the "but you see that grass out there, why don't you go touch that"? Again, though, it does really speak about how thoughtful she is. After all that, she's still concerned about his thoughts and feelings.
Make sure this is really what I want to get myself into and really see if maybe this is really what he wants to do.
Doormat.
I just don't want to get led on if it's not what it's supposed to be, you know?
So it's okay for him to lead you on as long as it's meant to be. Is that how that works? Love isn't supposed to be a journey of difficulties, you know? You do have other choices, but we'll leave them here for now and take a wee drive to Portland, Oregon to see how Will and Courtney are doing. When we left them last time, things were about to get nasty by the sounds of it. It's time to call in the guys with the hazmat suits.
So the chair's safe, but that's not, the table's not, the sofa's not, don't touch the sofa. Don't touch the sofa.
Gross. I hope I never accidentally booked this place. If only there was a way of finding out what hotel it was. If only there were certain clues, like, lift doors, the ornate headboards, and the car park outside. And if only I was totally obsessive enough to go and find it. Hang on a second. Well, he's in room 503, and the lift says floor 5, so we know it's got to be at least 5 stories, and is shaped like the fire plan of the wall. And of course, has a cellar in the basement.
I already talked to the hotel. We got an officiant set up downstairs in the wine cellar. That's where we're going to get married tonight.
All of which details left us with 5 possibilities in all of Oregon. And I'm thinking if he was totally lazy, he'll have just got the nearest hotel to the place that he proposed, the Christmas tree in Pioneer Square. And we end up here, the Kimpton Hotel Vintage, a staggering 225 meters away from where he proposed. Yeah, convenient parking across the road. Good man. So don't go staying in room 503 of the Kimpton Hotel Vintage. You might find the sofas a little bit, used. Imagine that though, you spend around $250 on a night. Darling, which Z-list celebrity do you think stained this sofa? Delightful. Also, imagine if you took a black light in there. It looked like Aurora Borealis had localized itself entirely within his bedroom.
Aurora Borealis, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
That's it?
Black lights are fun though. Can you tell what this person was doing just before they went under the light? That's right. He was holding a torch with some special powder on it. Why? What did you think he was doing? And actually, Will did say,
We had about 3.5 hours together, and I'd say 2.5 to 3 hours of that was just spent in bed.
so if they were in bed, why would we need to avoid the sofa? That's some range he's got. But he's still processing the whole fiasco.
Just like briefly talking to this girl in prison, to flying out to meet her, getting engaged and married all in a couple of days.
All within a few miles too. She's only travelled 17 miles in the last 5 years and has managed to get married. But today Courtney's off with her mum to find herself a wedding dress.
Right now, I'm meeting my mom to pick out a dress. I definitely want something simple and elegant and white.
Okay, cool, yes, simple, elegant, white. Well, I guess she's got 2 out of those 3 things already. Meanwhile, Will is managing to make Courtney's mum feel less assured than she already wasn't. As he talks about how nervous he feels.
But then I just remembered back to The couple of hours Courtney and I got to spend together alone and her little mannerisms and...
By the sounds of it, you've left a load of mannerism all over the hotel furniture. As he told it, the story didn't sound like they had much time to be admiring her pleasantries. So what amazingness did she perform in that time?
The way that she pulls on her hair when she stares at her phone and how she laughs, I just can't get enough of her.
The way she messes about with her hair. Are you 12? That's what guys say when they really have nothing to say. They say like, oh, I even love the simple things you do, like scratching your butt or like breathing or something. What about the important stuff? I don't know, like what about her character or her attitudes towards things? Maybe even her dreams even. Look, when she's busy ignoring on the phone, she looks fantastic. Nice one. He really needs to dial down this hyper-complimenting behavior though.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hey, gorgeous. Holy you're so pretty.
Yeah, okay, you can stop humping my leg now. But it's here in this delightful shop that Courtney intends to buy her dream dress. Yes, indeedy. Here in Frog, at 1439 Northeast Alberta Street. Why did they go there? They literally drove past 9 actual wedding dress shops to get there. In fact, they're right in between 2 of them. But I guess it's a budget thing, so I'll do a shut up thing.
Yeah, I do. I want to try some dresses on.
Yeah, I want to give you and your mom some time.
What is she going to be trying on? The only thing that looks vaguely suitable is the door on the changing rooms.
Right over here is more of our kind of fancy section, and there are a few white dresses on the back end of this rack.
Fancy section. Well, as long as you're planning on being either a magician, a playing card, or David Hasselhoff, that should do the trick. Well, let's check out the extensive rack she was talking about. Maybe there'd be something usable there.
Like something you would wear to like a business thing.
Yeah, nothing says I'm doing business more than silver jacket with tassels. Yeah, who are you doing business with, noddy holder? But suddenly, Courtney drops a bombshell.
I don't want to marry him
What?
in club attire.
Ah, you got me. But as Courtney is gazing into the sequin polyester nightmare before her,
Not big, but I want it to be more than this.
she's starting to wonder if this really is the fantasy she'd be dreaming of.
I would want like a kind of like a space themed wedding.
A space theme. I did not see that coming, of all the things.
Like with cool like neon lights
I got you. I'll grab that black light from earlier. We'll light that bitch right up for you.
and like a super glittery, like almost like glow in the dark, like starry dress.
Oh, so that sort of sequin number wasn't too far off after all. So what does she go with? A poncho? Well, let's take a look at the finished product. Ah, there we go, yes. The dress says you can have me if you want to, but the jacket says it'll probably cost you $10. So will they tie the knot as Courtney gets more nervous? Will Alexis stay with Julius? And how annoying is this guy? Oh, I can't wait to get my hands on that idiot. Man, this idiot. So, it'll be an idiot massacre in the next video. So, make sure you've enabled notifications for that one. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an honor to have you over to the manor for a short time. So if you enjoy what I do, then please do like, subscribe, and try one of these delightful offerings. So until we meet again, stay beautiful, love to my 3, and you take care of yourself.
Please subscribe now for our flag. Thank you.